What's going on, everybody? Josh started ringgutterbusiness.com. Today we're going to give you guys a long overdue shop tour. We're doing $300,000 a month on average out of this shop, and I want to show you guys the systems we have in place to make that happen. All right, so we'll start off in the office. We have our org chart here. I've kind of been taking some notes from Tommy Mello, the A1 Garage guys, and all of his books. So we just got this in. It's just a vinyl wrapped piece of steel. So we're gonna get magnets for all of our guys, put them on there, help everybody kind of know where they're at, let them know where they can get to in our company, and just kind of gives everybody a clear understanding of where we're heading. So pretty important. The more employees you get, the more you need to kind of show them where you're wanting to go. So we got another thing that I think helps is, recognition of employees up here. Got kind of some different things for salesmen, installers, stuff like that. This is our special order whiteboard. Kind of just keep our big, just kind of weird, crazy jobs organized. So just kind of keep all that written down somewhere. We bought some Malco tool. We're a Malco tool dealer, so we kind of had got a display board up here. Haven't really done much with it, but just one of those things I was experimenting with. So we've been using a lot of the tools, but sold a few. I don't know. I need to put more effort into it if I want it to go anywhere. Now we'll go out to the main shop. So if you guys remember, we bought this this used to be an auto repair shop. All the walls were really dingy. We'll probably splice some links in here, but it was like really dark in here. And so we painted all the walls white, just kind of repainted over all the oil and grease that was everywhere. And then so yeah, it's looking a little brighter in here. I still would like to get some updated lights in here. These lights drive me nuts. I hate these lights, but whatever, we'll work on it. So it's kind of a work in progress. One thing that's really helped us out is these coil racks for scrap coils. It's just really easy to build, simple, and they're on casters, so you can roll them around, stack them, organize them. And they're just kind of just for scrap coils mainly. We usually get stuff ordered per job, so most of the stuff in here is kind of like leftovers, or just we stock some stuff like white and black, but trying to stock much. Just we order twice a week, so we just have some scraps on hand for small stuff that comes up or whatever. So that's mainly what this is, but just a bunch of coil racks. We have this kind of organized to where our receiving doors at that end, so all of our deliveries come in, get dropped off, get sorted, and kind of make their way through the shop. And then our guys, this is our loadout bay, so our guys in the morning pull up to this bay, have a stack of materials ready to go.
Hey guys!
So this is our loadout bay. Guys come in here in the morning, have a stack of materials ready for each van, and ready to go out. They check their materials, grab their job sheets, head out. So it's all ready for them. We have a shop girl that's in here, usually only half days, probably. Once we get, it's spring right now, so once we get busier, and late summer is our busiest time of year, it'll be full time. But we found somebody that was willing to work those hours. So anyways, nice to have everything ready for them. That way they're not dinking around in here all morning trying to find their stuff, and it's ready to go. I guess while we're in here, this is the elbow rack. We kind of got end caps, elbows. Again, it's just a lot of just leftover stuff that we try to keep organized, and just use it as the stuff comes up. So that's one of the things our shop girl does. If we have an order comes in, or a job is getting a schedule for the next week, she's looking at that, seeing what materials we need for it, seeing what we have in stock, what we need to order, putting it all together. So We built a cool little kitchenette here for the guys. It turned out pretty sweet. Just kind of, you know, coffee, sink, snacks, waters, whatever they need, microwave. So turned out pretty good. All right, then we come in here. This is kind of a cool story behind this part of the building. This used to be a Sweetheart Bakery bread truck, like delivery center or something. I think it was in the 80s. So that's what it was designed for originally. 2 Sweetheart Bakery trucks in here. And then there was a car lift in here at one point, but it used to be an auto repair shop, so there's still a lift in here. Probably gonna get rid of it at some point. It takes up a lot of space, and I don't really plan on. We had this thing built, pretty cool. It's worked really well for organization. This is what we kind of stage. Yeah, we stage our materials on this. So they come in, our supplier has job names on each order. So it's basically separate orders. And then we stage the jobs on this rack. So that way we can just kind of double check the materials before the day of. So we know if we're missing something like multiple days in advance instead of the morning of, you know, which has led to a lot of problems in the past. So just like anything, trying to kind of finalize just get all the details organized, and you know, the new problem every day. So just get through those problems. This is mainly just kind of white and black. We do use some 3-inch round, so white and black of both 2x3 and 3-inch round. Just kind of thrown on this shelf. This is, again, basically like the elbow rack, just for downspouts. So a lot of leftover stuff or misordered stuff, just so we can keep it and it's ready to go. We've kind of worked through some inventory systems. Don't have a great system for that yet. Obviously, to get, you know, once we kind of get to the next step, I'm gonna have to keep track of inventory a little better. But we've done pretty well. Kind of what we do is keep it organized by color, and then check those colors with the order coming in. That way we know, we know where it's at. That's the main thing right now. And then we can use it for a job that's coming up. So as long as it's organized enough to find it and use it for a job coming up, it's kind of what we've been doing. This is another kind of a staging for bigger jobs mainly. So just kind of a stack against the wall. I don't know. We're still working through all this. So like these are 2 bigger jobs that we have coming up that just needed somewhere to put it. So this is kind of a cool setup we just got. This is a decoiler. I've had this for a while, but we got some big spool racks. So these are, I don't even know how you say it, Kawasaki Group. They're bolted together. Pretty cool setup. They've been working really good. They're tension loaded, so the coil doesn't unspool itself, and then you can just roll this back and forth between I kind of have it set up just white and black because those are the 2 colors that I try to stock the most. I don't really try to stock any other colors. So pretty sweet. We're kind of forecasted that later this summer to be going through like 1.3 coils per day. So these things are going to get the bearings worn off of them. Pretty sweet. Got a forklift to load that thing. This thing's been pretty sweet. I had a skid steer for a while. Ended up bringing that to my house to play with, and then bought a used forklift. This is way better for in the shop, you know, quiet, smooth. Unloading trucks is nicer. Had to kind of make our parking lot a little nicer for it, but it's way more controlled than a skid steer with forks on it. So that's nice. And it's propane, doesn't stink, not diesel. The main reason I ended up with a skid steer is because I wanted a skid steer to use as, you know, with a bucket and the forks, and this is much better for just shop use. So, and a lot cheaper. All right, then we'll head around. I don't know where. We have our new addition. Well, I guess we'll show it to you guys, but I don't really use it for work, so you can check it out. Turned out pretty sweet. We're gonna kind of refinish it in here a little bit, and then this is gonna be our little sheet metal area where this is kind of our catch-all room. So I have, oh, it's a mess in here right now. I have, you know, generators, boxes for specific jobs. These are like for heat cable. I have all of our zip screws in here, some extra snow stop. All our zip screws are color coded, so you can just come in and grab them, fill up your boxes with whatever zip screws you need. Those are stocked in the vans, but this is like our inventoried zip screws. So I also have like 1.5-inch screws, 2-inch screws, harnesses, safety equipment, extra coats that everybody leaves everywhere. So I ended up putting a new, I don't know if this is the greatest idea, but put a new lift in here, and this is a new addition. So we have an apartment above here that I rent out, and then this gets used for, we have a mechanic that rents this out. He works on our stuff, so I can get my stuff back on the road right away if I need to. It's worked out pretty well. Probably need to quit buying used junk, but whatever, it's all right. So yeah, kind of a mechanic bay. This is a little more personal bay. I do pull trailers in here to clean them out, you know, tune up machines, whatever I need to do. If I need to be inside, like today it's super windy, so nice to have a bay to work inside. It's one of my dreams when I was little, just to have like a nice heated shop to pull into. Got like speaker sound system in here. And then, yeah, I guess I do have some work stuff in here, huh? So we did end up getting a 10-foot sheet metal brake in here. This thing's pretty sweet, works really good. Nice to be able, I've used that, the on-site, you know, just aluminum one forever, and it just doesn't bend rain gutter material very well, which I use for a lot of trim and, you know, specialty little gutter pieces, whatever, Z-flashing, all that stuff. So it's nice to have a sheet metal brake. And then as a package deal, I found this on just used a sheet metal slitter as well. So I can cut like pipe bands or cut any metal to whatever width you need it to. It's basically like a table saw for sheet metal. So pretty sweet. Works good. Does take up a lot of room, but, and then I got a little box brake. We've kind of been experimenting with some like conductor heads. So kind of just like custom sized conductor heads. This is a scrap one, but they've been doing pretty cool. They're kind of fun to make. They made the templates for them, and I don't know, playing around with sheet metal. So, well, it's really windy today, but we'll kind of show you guys our parking setup. So to get that amount of workload done, like I said, we're going to be probably a little over 4 million this year. So I'm thinking in revenue. So we have 4 trailers set up with trucks, and then 4 vans. So it's later in the day, so we have 2 vans back right now, and all the trailers are here. So but like midsummer, these will all be out working, and that parking lot's empty, which feels good. So we do have 1 more van coming this year. I have a new machine that's on its way, just a regular 5-inch K-style. And we'll be getting another, probably used van to run with that. So and then as far as managing scrap gutters goes, like from tear-offs and, you know, any scrap materials, this has been working all right. This actually came with the building, so it was just an old like storage box. It's off of a box truck actually. So we just throw all our stuff in there, and then we have a dump trailer. It's dumping material right now, but that we put the aluminum into, clean aluminum, take all the screws out, throw it in the dump trailer, and then haul it to the recycle place. I'm sure there's a better way to do that. We're a pretty rural area, so the closest recycling place is 35 miles. And they, I think once we get to a bigger scale, they'll have bins for us that they'll just take care of. We're not to that point yet, but yeah, so that's how we kind of manage scraps. Separate steel, aluminum, haul it with a dump trailer. So works all right. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the quick overview of our shop. We'll be doing a bunch more updates, like this garage door needs to be replaced, lighting, I don't know, there's quite a bit of stuff. So work in progress, like I said, but so just kind of give you an idea of what it takes to get to that level. We'll have probably like around 12 to 15 installers this summer at full force. Right now I have kind of the base crew that'll be training all those guys. We'll have 4 salesmen, full-time salesmen, commission-based. And we have a receptionist, full-time receptionist, and a full-time shop girl. So just so you guys kind of know what I got going on to make this happen. This is the shop you need, people you need. Make sure and check out our online store, startraingutterbusiness.com, and we'll be coming out with some new courses for you guys here all the time. So we got a few planned for this year. Already have a few on there. Check them out. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. See you on the next one.